What's up, everyone? Welcome back. Doing something a little bit different here today. Gonna be doing a little bit of a disc review. Been really digging this company, Thought Space Athletics. I just got in their new driver, the Synapse. Got it in 3 different plastics, so gonna kind of do a little bit of a review in case you're on the fence about buying it or you want to try something new, kind of show you what it's like. So as for the plastics, first up we've got the Aura plastic. Also gonna show you these stamps. They're pretty incredible. Next we got the ethereal plastic. Look at that guy, crazy looking. And last we got the ethos plastic, which I gotta tell you, this company makes some of the best looking stamps I've ever seen in a disc, so hopefully they fly just as good. All right, so this disc comes in at a 12.5 negative 1.53. So seems like a disc that you're looking to get a little bit of turn out of, but also have a reliable finish at the end. In terms of feel, you know, that they feel great. They feel really similar to Nukes. If you throw any of those, that's good for me because it's one of my main distance drivers in my bag. They're pretty flat, so they feel good for forehands as well, but also feels comfortable for a backhand. So let's see how they fly. All right, so I'm out here in the field. Wind's pretty minimal. Start off, I'm gonna throw these flat and about half power, 50-60%, something like that. Also, I got Roxy here with me, just off camera. So if you see a dog running around, it's mine. But first off, I'm gonna start with the Aura. Just gonna throw these smooth and flat, see how they fly. That one had a touch of hyzer on it, but held pretty straight the whole way and kind of just stayed on hyzer, not really too much flip up. There was a very slight tailwind, but shouldn't have affected it that much. Next, I'm gonna throw the ethereal plastic. That one was flatter than the other one, how I wanted to throw it. That one held straight until it finally just lost speed and hyzered out. Seems like a pretty neutral disc. Next, I'm gonna throw the ethos and see how that goes. And that one had a smidge of hyzer just like the Aura plastic, but as you could probably see, kind of did that same thing, held straight and finished at the end. Looks like it had a little bit harder finish, which makes sense because the plastic seems a little stiffer. But let's go pick them up and probably throw them a little bit harder in this next time. All right, so just went out there and got all the discs. So the 2 that hyzered out, they went about 310 feet, whereas this guy that actually went the ethereal plastic, which I actually threw flat like I wanted to, went about 335. And that's throwing it pretty easy, so these things look like they have no issue getting distance quickly. So next up, I'm gonna throw these just hard and flat like I would any normal golf distance shot, and kind of see how they hold up. I got a little bit of a headwind now, so also be a good test of the wind. First up, the Aura. That was nice. Rode flat pretty much the whole way until it just died off at the end. Looks like it's a really straight driver. All right, gonna hear the ethereal next. That one seemed to flip a little bit more than the other one, so maybe a little less stability in that ethereal plastic. And then last we got the ethos. I'm gonna imagine this is the most stable of the 3. Yeah, no flip at all. Still carry straight for a long way, but never even thought about flipping up. So I'm gonna go measure those and see what it comes out at. So after getting those and measuring them, the ethos came out at about 385 feet, whereas the Aura came out about 395, which those were flat to hyzer shots, so that's about average for me. That's what I expect to see. The ethereal flipped up a little more than I expected and actually got out there to about 410. So you know, nothing crazy. You're not going to throw an extra 30 feet with them, but you know, they feel good and they fly well. Seem to hold up to the wind pretty good. So last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw each of these on some anhyzer, see how torque resistant they are, and see if we can get some bombs out there. Changed the camera angle a bit just so you could see the full flight of it potentially. Wind's a little bit swirly right now, but I'm gonna keep it the same thing. Gonna go Aura, then Ethereal, then Ethos. Well, made the field goal. Here's the Ethereal. That one definitely held out a little bit longer than the Aura. I'm gonna really try and force this one over and get a flight out of it because this one has consistently been the most overstable of the three. Let's see how the Ethos does. Yeah, I pulled over on that thing a lot too, and it came out. Got the full flight out of it, so let's go get those distances. All right, just went and collected all three of those. Oh man, moved the camera so that the sun wasn't directly in my eyes. So the Ethereal went about 410 feet, and if you remember, it kind of held the left to right the whole way, kind of held Anheuser the entire time. The Aura and the Ethos were actually right next to each other at 430 feet. The Aura did get a little bit less of a full flight out of it. Just kind of gave it less Anheuser, less pullover. So this would probably go a good 10, 15 feet farther than the Ethos if it had been given the same amount of angle, if I had to imagine. But as for the final verdict, it seems like the Ethereal is definitely the least stable of the three. Next coming with the Aura kind of being the most neutral, and the Ethos is definitely the most stable of them. They're all very useful. They're pretty torque resistant. The Ethereal is going to be good for just holding those lines the entire way through. The Aura is just going to be your, your most workable one of the three if you've got a decent arm speed. And the Ethos is definitely going to be more reliable into winds. So this is my first time throwing this mold at all, and I got to say it was really nice. Definitely going to try and work one of these into my bag. I'm sure one of them will find a place. And I mean, how could it not? Look at this. They're beautiful designs, like always. There you go. And all of these were max weight. Wind was pretty minimal. We had a head at times, a tail at times. It was kind of swirly. So it should be pretty accurate to just neutral conditions. Thanks for watching. Shout out to Thought Space Athletics for making just some amazing discs. I've liked pretty much every single disc I've thrown from them. And stay tuned for the next video. Peace.